The air was thick with excitement as the festival grounds buzzed with laughter, chatter, and the roar of 1940s airplane engines. The setting sun painted the sky in fiery orange and pink hues, a beautiful contrast to the growing anticipation of the crowd. The air show had begun. Among the spectators were 4 childhood friends, Lavia, Cav, Vez, and Ren. They hadn't seen each other since finishing school, had taken them in different directions. But today, in this small coastal town of Seabreeze, they had gathered to share a fleeting moment of reunion and thrill at the air show. Today, the air show offered a thrilling ride on the passenger's seat, while the pilot did their aerial tricks. There were 3 lines, each for a ride on a different airplane. All airplanes were from the 1940s and had 2 seats, one for the pilot and one for the passenger. Lavia stood near the front of the line for the airplanes named Chariot of Thunder, her eyes fixed on the planes soaring above. She had always been fascinated by air shows, but she was too busy to visit one until now. Watching these daredevil pilots defy gravity, she couldn't help but imagine herself flying in the sky. She would get the chance to fly at the air show. Cad, standing next to her, was quieter than usual. He stood at the line for the Freedom's Bliss airplane. His mind wasn't on the sky. It was far from this festival, preoccupied with the excitement of seeing his school buddies many years later. Vez, ever the thoughtful one, was leaning against the metal fence as she scanned the crowd. Vez was waiting for the aerial kiss airplane. As she took in the fresh coastal air, she felt rejuvenated. And then there was Ren, always ready with a witty remark or a playful grin. His laughter suited the festive moment. He couldn't wait to be up and soar. Ren, I wonder why they call these Chariots of Thunder. As the first plane aerial kiss took off, the crowd cheered, eyes wide in awe, as it looped, dove and twirled in the brilliant light of the morning sun. The thrill of flight was undeniable, and the 4 friends exchanged excited glances. Carver, that 40s plane doesn't have a top, either for the pilot or the passenger. You're next, Lavia. Lavia smiled, though there was a trace of hesitation in her eyes. She had always wanted to feel that rush, to experience the freedom of flight. The moment was drawing nearer, and she couldn't help but wonder what sights she would see while taking the ride. They took their turns in the planes, each experiencing the dizzying height and exhilarating sights. In the passenger seat, Lavia's heart raced as the plane soared through the sky, the world below shrinking as they flew with trick maneuvers. For a brief moment, she was free. She let out a laugh, her joy reflected in the faces of her friends as they took their own flight. Just before the last plane rides and tricks were complete, the weather had suddenly turned grey. Clouds had rolled in, covering the sky silver. A man spoke on the loudspeakers, asking the crowd to take shelter. Folks, we're expecting some light rain. Please proceed to the sheltered areas. Suddenly, as the Chariots of Thunder were in the middle of their routine, spinning and twirling in the sky, actual thunder started appearing in the sky. So this is why they call these Chariots of Thunder. A strong gust of wind was now blowing around a poster of the air show titled "Lightning only strikes once. Don't miss your chance to ride at the air show." The thrill of the air show lingered with the display of lightning. The friends gathered once more, standing together under the stormy skies. Ren, we should do this again. We certainly should. Even years from now, we'll remember this. Time may pass, but some things will always be the same. As they walked away from the festival, the sound of engines, laughter, and even lightning became out of focus behind them. Each friend carried with them the memory of the sky, a symbol of freedom and hope. The air show had been more than just an event. It had been a moment of reunion, a flood of memories from their school days.